speaking of suing someone who needs to sue, is that Megan Thee Stallion. She finally came out and accused Canadian rapper and singer Tory Lanez of allegedly shooting her in the foot after an argument. She went live and talked about this last Thursday. Let's take a look.
Yes, this nigga Tory shot me. You shot me. And you got your publicists and your people going to these blogs lying and shit. Stop lying.
Said something about not going to the police because police kill black men. So even a black woman in pain being attacked by a black man is still being protective over the black man. How's that for a mind fuck, ladies?
I like mind fuck. You know, I respect that, you know, because all this time she hasn't been saying anything. Mm-hmm. But I think what prompts her to say something, ain't no thing, it is. What prompts her to say something is that, you know, she like, nigga, I'm trying to protect you still and hold it down and keep it hush hush. And then you spreading lies on me and I ain't saying nothing. Yeah. And she done warned him. It's like, don't let me come out with the receipts. And then she just
had to do it. And you're right, LISARAYE, because she did post like a warning, like, keep on talking. Mm-hmm. Keep on. Now, if you had did something to somebody, wouldn't if the person put a little, you know, subliminal warning out there, wouldn't you pay attention? Is that arrogance or ignorance, y'all?
Both.
But I do love that there were a lot of African-American men that did come to Megan's defense and was like, yo, we got to stop. We got to have respect. You know, I saw one with J.R. Smith the other day, the basketball player, that was like, yo, like, what are y'all thinking right now? Y'all going to support somebody that shot somebody and get mad? Because she's telling me, like, what are we doing here, people?
Well, Bun B snapped. You know, Bun B from Houston. He went in.
What'd he say? He
snapped so bad. First of all, he checked this young generation. He said it was some punk shit. He said it was not no real shit. And in his words, and he was just like, you know, she from Houston, and had they known, like, had they been in Houston, basically they would have rolled up on his ass. And just basically how this generation, this young generation is a fool, and how black women, he went in about black women and how disrespecting black women has becoming the norm and it's outrageous and we keep doing it. And he went in saying how black women are always protecting black men.
Yes.
And this is the thing, like, this is the thanks that they get. Like, he really snapped. It was like 5 posts. He was going.
You know what? She, ladies, I want to ask y'all something personal, because she did tweet about it. Like I said, she said, you think I'm about to tell the police that us black people got a gun in the car? You want me to tell the law that we got a gun in the car so they can shoot all of us? Maybe to not to this extent. And y'all don't have to say who it is, but have y'all ever kept quiet about something that a brother did to you to protect him, but he was abusive to you? And if you want to share the story, I think, you know what? Why should we protect our abusers? I don't give a what color you are. I'm not protecting an abuser. Y'all. Period.
I have been in a predicament where I was, well, see, it's complicated. Mm-hmm. When you're in a relationship with a man and y'all are fighting, you know, it's domestic violence, but in the hood, it's fighting. You know what I'm saying? But right. You know, we fighting, but it's really domestic violence. So I was in a relationship where I had to like hide from my mother, you know, the fact that we were fighting, and that until I had to call the police on him. And then I didn't tell nobody in the family that I had to call the police on him. He was in jail. He went to jail and everything. And like, I kept it on the low just so that my family wouldn't know, so that his family wouldn't know, so his people wouldn't know, so that people wouldn't think badly of him. So, I mean,
you're involved, you know what I mean? Because then you start, you know, when you're in love and you're infatuated and your nose is open, or you dick whooped, anything like that.
Yeah, you don't. And when you're in an abusive relationship, you don't know yet how that abuse is affecting you really until you get out. So like, while you're in it, you're still kind of addicted to the abuse. You're still blaming yourself for some of the aspects that are happening in the relationship. So it prevents you from just being like, I'm out. You know, you still blaming yourself. So you don't know how to, like,
what did I do for him to make him act like that?
Yeah. In the beginning, SYLEENA, you're still defending him to your friends a lot of times, right? You know, when you're going through, you're still like kind of defending him to your friend. Well, it's only Matt, and you're not even thinking.
And it's because, you know, maybe I was tripping, you know what I mean? You do the self-blame, and it's like, no.
Yeah. And then, and catch this, T. One time we were in a fight, and we was fighting, and I had to like run out the house to get away from him. And so I went to my friend's house, and I had like blood on my shirt. And it's this so crazy. We in there talking, and she just got through fighting with her boyfriend.
Oh wow!
So now I don't really even have nowhere to run to because we both kind of in the same. So she can't be like, "Girl, I know what you mean. You know, you need to get out and all that," because she in the same boat. So normally, you know, now, and this is not all the time, but it's crazy because I've always been in these predicaments, and all the women around me are in something similar.
I was going to say sometimes women actually think that because he didn't really whoop her ass the way he could, that she felt like she got away with something and she got a couple of licks in there, so she feeling good about herself that maybe she whooped his ass.
So we just fought. Right.
That's what I hit you, but I hit you twice. You know what I mean? Right. And
it's stupid. But the truth is, anytime a man raises his hand, that is domestic violence, because a woman is not strong enough. And listen, I'll be the first one to square up to defend myself. But
I know that's right.
The truth of the matter is, I am not going to be physically strong enough, probably, to, you know, detain him or win this fight. You know what I'm saying? So the truth is, I should get away
and get those grits and boil them on.
Okay,
right, LISARAYE. That's when you go to the side drawer and get Becky out and even up the playing field.
It is so easy. It's so easy. People say, you know, oh, if a man that's never been through it, if a man did this, I will do X, Y, and Z. I'll kill him. I'll do this. But domestic violence doesn't start with the first time someone slaps you. It starts by him beating down your self-esteem and getting you.
Agreed.
Don't even accept that. And you're at a point, you're already so far gone that you're not your normal gangster, protect yourself. You're already believing what he told you, that you ain't shit, that no one's gonna want you, and that's how you allow it to go on. I had an incident 4 years ago. I was seeing this guy. He lived with me at the time. He lied about everything. He said he had a car. He didn't have a car. He said he had a property in Atlanta. He didn't have Atlanta. He said his teeth were real. The teeth weren't even real. He said he was 7 years younger than he really is. And one day, right, my friends, and y'all seen it with me on a red carpet, the BET Awards. Y'all can go Google that, 2016. He's on a show right now on with another reality star.
Google it. Let's go.
But anyway, I had found his wallet. I always had doubts about his age. His wallet was on the couch, and I was like, I felt like he wasn't telling me the truth about his age. I looked at the wallet, and I saw he lied to me by 7 years. And I'm like, why are you lying? Is he trying to be a rapper still at 42 years old or whatever it was, 40 years old? And we got into a huge. Huh? What'd you say?
I can't find him. Who? What?
He's with Phaedra now on Marriage Boot Camp.
Oh, yes. Tell the whole truth.
No way.
So anyways, when we got into an argument, I grabbed his phone and he was wrestling it out of my hand. And this is the first time I've ever said this, because you know what? I got inspired by Megan Thee Stallion. I've been holding this for 5 years now, almost 5 years, 4 years. And he body slammed me into a toilet, broke it in half, and it cracked the porcelain and water went everywhere. I kept that to myself. I never called the police on him. I stayed in bed for 4 days with back spasms, and we protect these Black men. And guess what? Is there a thank you? Is there a I'll never do it again? Is it I'll get help? No, there's nothing. There's an arrogance when we protect them. So fuck them. I'm not protecting anyone that hurts me. If you rape one of my friends, if you hit one of my friends, if you hit me, I'm not making any excuse. It ain't her fault for what she had on. It ain't her fault for yelling at you. If yelling at you makes you square up on a woman, then fuck you. You're a hoe ass man.
Yeah, that's because
you've learned. Now, if you hit a man, that's something else. But that's not the same. My word should not make you body slam me into something or shoot. You know what I mean? Like shoot. You shot Megan in her foot because of what? An argument?
Because she wanted to get out the car. That's some young, dumb shit, too.
Wow. You play with guns. You too old.
And the gun bigger than him.
That part.
You know what? That's why I don't mess with little guys. Because there's always he's too insecure to be something that's tall. I don't.
I show you by her knees anyway.
What'd you say?
I said I heard he was so short that he was down there by her knees anyway.
Well, that's probably only Kiko. He can only reach her foot. That's he was pointing up and he hit her foot.
Tory Lanez and Now he's the one person I'd be okay with Donald Trump deporting on back to Canada. You can take your little short, raggedy, aggressive ass back to Canada and get on out of here. You over here
raggedy, aggressive ass.
Boy, bye.
So on that note, we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be back with more messy ass tea being spills on Cocktails with the Queens.
Yeah.